I was in a rock band.
Yeah.
We were opening for Buckcherry, touring.
Holy awesome.
And you know what's involved with that.
Like what? Cocaine and drugs and
yeah, tequila and blow and girls.
One night stands.
Yeah.
Sounds like the Bluegrass scene too, though, to be honest.
And like coming out on stage with the shirt off and the shiny pants and just basically just like swinging dick and...
Hold on, you like had the whole outfit?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and we're live. Andy Frasco's World Saving Podcast. I'm Andy Frasco. How's your heads? How's your minds? How is your New Year's going so far? Big show tonight. We got Magoo. Big. This band's kind of getting some buzz. Hi, Nick. How you doing, by the way?
I've even heard of them, and they're a bluegrass band.
You don't listen to bluegrass. You don't give two shits about bluegrass.
No. No, that's fine. They're fun to rile up because their fans are so traditional. So if you kind of make fun of them,
we talked a lot about this. We talked about heartbreak. I thought it was fascinating. They don't know struggle. We talked about they got what Mammoth booked that signed them, got them on a big tour, and they don't know any shows yet.
You know why? Because the manager's girlfriend was way into them. That's all you gotta do is get a manager's girlfriend to like you.
They did talk a little bit about, she said the bluegrass scene, a little bit about dating in the bluegrass scene. That was kind of fun.
What's that like?
You know what it's like.
I guess you'll find out later in the episode.
Yep. Well, you'll find that out. And then one of the guys got mauled by a bear, which was crazy.
I know, but he said that like people were kind of make fun of him about it or something.
I know that he was on a show where it kind of made fun. They made him go into the cage with a bear.
Why are they making? Are they like?
It's like Fear Factor. Those shows.
That's so lame. The guy got mauled by a bear.
Got mauled by a bear. Just like give him a hug and give him some money and let him call for a day. But that story's insane.
You get mauled by a bear.
Yeah, we talk about roots of bluegrass and being the identity of bluegrass and yada yada. You're not gonna want to miss that episode. And I try to convince them to have beef with another young bluegrass band.
It's good for your brand.
All right, guys, enjoy Magoo and holy bye. This is a call to action. You guys love this podcast. This is your way to support us. Head over to volume.com/Andy Frasco and support the podcast. It's $5 a month. You're going to get extra podcast episodes, extra Nick episodes, Monday morning motivations, the whole nine. Keep this podcast going because I love doing it and I want to just be part of this forever. We just need your help. So head over to volume.com/Andy Frasco. Subscribe to our Only Frasco podcast because without you, Nick will be on the street. And do you want Nick to be on the street? No, I don't want him to move into my house either. Okay, so you either subscribe to this or Nick will be on the street. All right, bye. Here we go. Everyone clap. Just clap. How we doing, everyone? Wow, what a start to a podcast. We have Magoo on the show tonight. Magoo. Who got arrested? What's going on? Give me some dirt before we start asking you what your band's all about.
Did any of us get arrested?
Not this week.
Not this week. Have you ever gotten arrested? Anyone like caught with drugs or?
Jeez, bro, this is interrogation or what?
Yeah. I'm calling your mom on this episode. I got to make sure what I'm calling your mom about. I'm just kidding. You guys look like good guys. Where are you guys from? I don't know anything about you guys. At first, let's everyone say their name, their birth date, how much they weigh, and what is your
last four of our socials.
Well, I could already figure that out. Okay. Your marriage, your status. Okay, here we go. Good luck.
I'll
boys.
start us off. I'm Dylan Flynn, 8/16/92, single or not married.
Let's go.
About 190 pounds. Great. Thanks for having us on.
I'm Cortland Bills, born January 15th, 99.
99?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be 27 here in a couple days.
Great.
I'm glad I got sober before 27, so I won't make the club.
What happened? Why did you decide to go sober?
Center a little too hard, bud.
Like what? What do you mean?
Going to your shows for a few years was a part of it.
Living in Denver.
Yeah, well, I lived in Austin, but I would go down to Houlihan and Backwoods and just whatever Wook stuff that I can be involved with.
Did you ever have a moment in your life? What was the moment in your life when you realized you had to slow it down?
Sending her entirely too hard in Moab at the Electric Honey Festival when I got stranded.
You went to a festival called Electric Honey?
Dude, it was ridiculous.
What is it? What's it? You played it?
It was a band thing.
So yeah, what happened? Where were you? How much would you take?
There wasn't much that wasn't ingested.
Like heroin?
No, it was mainly festival stuff, you know.
Like what, ketamine, coke?
Pretty, just the whole variety. But yeah, it was a rough one, and then I had to go play a show, and then everything was shining and.
Hold on.
For
you did
couple
every
weeks.
drug and then said, let's play a show.
Well, yeah, we had to go play a show the next day.
Oh, next day.
Yeah, the next day.
So you stayed up.
Well, I woke up in Salt Lake City from Moab, not entirely sure how I got there.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Were you guys pissed at him that he was like that or no?
I mean, he said he was making it back to the hotel the night of Electric Honey after the show.
Uh-huh.
And I was just like, there's no way you're getting back to the hotel.
So you didn't drive. You stayed at the festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, we took the van.
There was a girl.
Oh, you got late.
No.
Okay.
It's a long story.
Well, we got a whole hour. Let's talk about it. What happened?
We can talk about another thing. It was a girl that I liked very much that just so happened to be a lesbian.
Oh man. So did you take drugs to cope with that, dealing with that?
Pretty much.
Oh man, so you're heartbroken.
I was heartbroken. She had me go follow her around for like an hour and a half looking for the girl that she had a crush on without.
Oh, that's not fair.
Yeah, I was pretty upset.
Did she knew you liked her?
Oh yeah. She knew.
What a bitch.
And once I told her I wasn't going to hang out with her anymore, she goes, "But you're still giving me the +1 to Winter Wondergrass, right?"
Typical bluegrass girl, dude. That is the most bluegrass girl thing I've ever heard. Wow. And she still, after she broke your heart, she still asked for that +1. They do that. Those bluegrass girls, they do that. Okay, so you're stranded. We'll get to everyone here. I'm very curious with this. You're stranded now. You followed this girl around, and then you finally said, I can't take this anymore. It's breaking my heart. What did you do after that?
I woke up in Salt Lake City.
Oh, shit. Okay, Moab to Salt Lake City was 4 hours, so how'd you get there?
I woke up in the back of that girl's car, so she did get me to the gig.
Oh, that's nice of her.
Yeah.
She broke your heart, then she drove you to the gig.
Yeah.
Okay. I got to clap for that. That's actually pretty respectful.
So there's good even in the not
So what
good.
did we learn from that situation?
Get in the van and go to the hotel after the show.
Even how happy the festival is, you stay with your brothers and you get the out of that festival if everyone else is going out of the festival.
Exactly.
Well, that was a great story. Thank you for that.
Right? Are we supposed to clap too?
What is your name, sir?
My name is Eric Hill.
Okay.
Born November 19th, 1990.
I like how we're still doing the boarding. I like this. Thank you. Where you from?
I'm from San Antonio, Texas. Born there. However, raised in upstate New York. So I actually say I'm from upstate New York.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
How'd you join the band? What's your story?
Well, me and brother Dylan here, we started the band with Dylan's uncle, who was the original bass player.
How old is he?
He's 61.
Oh my God, I got to meet this guy. Is he on speed dial? Can we talk to him?
We can call Paul, but he's in, I think he's in, Bangkok. So I don't know what time it is there.
I bet he'd answer.
Yeah, he might answer.
So, why? So, you met Paul. What made him leave the band, or what not?
Well, he could maybe speak to this a little bit more, but I think he wanted to retire. Really, was what it came down to. He just wanted to be fully retired and travel the world. And am I pretty much?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, he's been traveling the world ever since. So
that's great. How do you pick Bangkok?
I mean, he's been everywhere. He went to he's been in the Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand. He's just trying to see as many countries as he can, I think. So, yeah.
It feels good to have a younger band per se. I don't know how old you are, sir, but
We haven't gotten to me yet.
we're almost there. We're almost there. So when you started the band, was it hopes of like doing it, or was it just for fun? Or tell me a little bit how you started and how you wanted to kind of evolve with the band.
Yeah, I mean, I think there were always hopes of doing it. I think we were starting the band to like actually be a band and not just like have fun and play, brewery gigs here and there. We wanted to try and actually be a band. But I had a full-time job up until this June, a corporate job that I finally quit in June.
Finally quit it?
A full-time musician.
Let's go. I like that. Let's go, bud. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
There was always that like balancing of like, yes, I want to be a musician, but also I'm trying to look out for like my livelihood and not be like totally broke and poor. But yeah, the goal from the beginning was always to be like a legit band and try and make it.
Were you guys ever running from anything before to make you feel like you feel more comfortable with strangers than with people that you've known for 10 years?
I sure as hell was. I was in a rock band.
Yeah.
We were opening for Buckcherry, touring.
Holy
awesome. And you know what's involved with that.
Like what, cocaine and drugs?
Yeah, tequila and blow. And girls.
One night stands.
Yeah. And
sounds like the Bluegrass scene too, though, to be honest.
And like coming out on stage with the shirt off and the shiny pants and just basically just like swinging dick and.
Hold on, you like had the whole outfit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, what was this band called?
It was called Core.
Hell yeah.
I think
that's kind of awesome.
I think they're still playing. I joined them when I was 15, but yes, that was the running away. That was the tour bus experience, we're better than everyone kind of mentality that came along with like that rock world.
Did you ever have a reality check?
Oh yeah. I went through a divorce.
Really?
Yeah, I was married and everything.
Oh man.
Yeah, and it was you get lost and then like your grandparents call you and you have no idea how to act.
Who broke up with who?
Wife just ran out one day. She just packed her bag and left.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that.
Dude, it's
Do you feel like you have abandonment issues because it's the same thing that happened during the girl that you were chasing who wasn't interested in you?
No, I just was dealing with the wrong people, wrong time.
That's good.
Isn't
it amazing? Some people don't find that out until they're 80 years old. People like get in a marriage and don't want to get out of it. Like it takes a lot of power to realize I'm not comfortable here and I want to move on. Hence why you didn't want to be in a hair metal band. Now you're in this band. A lot of people just stick into situations. You guys ever been in situations you stuck in a little longer than you should have?
I'd say everyone on the planet probably has.
Which one do you remember?
I try to forget them.
That's the hard part. Like if we just suppress things, they're always just going to sit there. And like as musicians, we got to like let it out, I have a hard time because I suppress things too. And I'm like, it doesn't do anything for me. I just kind of like either like put them away and then I'll just like do drugs or one night stands or just stay on the road but that doesn't really do anything. It just kind of just puts a Band-Aid over an open wound. We got to figure out how to heal. Right.
So I got something for you. You helped me with one of your shows let go of that time in my life I was just talking about at Winter Wondergrass. I think 2 years ago, you were on the main stage and you played Smoking Dope and Rock and Roll. And I remember like a full-on release of that whole time in my life in that moment.
Well, thanks, man. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, man. And I was hanging out with who is Dylan's amazing partner now, Becca.
Cool.
And I remember looking at her and just crying and being like, hey, I think everything's going to be okay. And I gave her a big old hug. And then I was like, this is the world that we're supposed to be in.
That's what I'm talking about.
This is the life that we're supposed to be living.
Like, thank God you guys all went through your so you guys can have these 4 guys together rocking and rolling. I mean, it doesn't take 10 years of, like you said, it doesn't take 10 years of relationship to know someone, feel like you guys known each other probably for 20 years, right?
After spending the amount of time in the van this summer, it can feel that way sometimes.
I bet from the silence of not talking in the van, dude. You're like, I'm like that too. I'm like, do not look at me. It's 2 p.m.
I don't want to hear anything about a set list until at least 5 p.m.
Quick break from the interview. I want to talk about our lovely sponsor, Gardenista. Gardenista is the freshest, most delicious, ready-to-serve cocktail, and it's unlike anything you ever tasted. It really isn't. It's really nice, actually. It's made with natural ingredients, green herbs, ginger, lime juice, organic cane sugar. I didn't know that it had organic cane sugar. That's what I tasted in it.
I love the jalapeno.
The jalapeno is nice. A subtle kick of perfectly balanced with premium spirits, tequila, vodka, or bourbon. You could pick between these green juices having tequila, vodka, or bourbon, which is pretty sick. My favorite is the vodka one. It feels good with the spice. Tequila's good.
And the tequila is my favorite.
Yeah. And it's only 98 calories. Damn, I didn't know that. It's only 98 calories?
For serving, yeah.
Oh, a little skinny bitch over here. Yes, bitch. I'm a little skinny bitch when I drink Gardenista. It's 98 calories per serving and 15% alcohol. ABV's alcohol?
Alcohol by volume.
Wow, that's a strong drink. No wonder. I normally pull it out when I have those 3 a.m. parties after the bars. And it's bomb. And it's kind of like a nice talking. Like you feel like I put some ice in it and it's a nice conversational piece. So you could order it at their shop, drinkgardenista.com. And for listeners of the World Saving Podcast, please use the code Frasco for 20 to get 20% off your first order. That's Frasco, the word for FOR 20. I love this. I know you will too. And Jason, who runs the company, is just a great guy. And
That's not what he said to say.
He said, he told us to say. Also, my best friend Jason has a huge hog, and that's true. So grab Gardenista and let them know Frasco and Jason's huge hog sent you. All right, goodbye. Enjoy the interview.
Were you guys all wanted to be bluegrass artists, or was this something you guys kind of just rolled into?
I was always a jam band kid, electric guitar.
Cool.
Yeah, Fish, Dead. I didn't really start learning bluegrass until COVID, 2020. And that's when I had like all the time in the world. Obviously, everyone did. So I hunkered down and studied Tony Rice and Billy Strings and Norman Blake and, kind of really found my love for bluegrass and was like, okay, this is really cool. I think it blends all my favorite things about music, and that's when I shifted gears away from the jam band thing. But now we are a jam band anyway, so it all comes full circle.
From studying what were we going to say?
I was just going to say, I've always played bluegrass basically since I was a little kid.
Oh, cool. Where are you from? We haven't got to you two yet. I'm
from Massachusetts.
What part?
Central, in between Worcester and Boston.
Oh, yeah. You don't have the accent.
It comes and goes.
Yeah?
I don't know. It depends.
Are you racist?
No.
Why is everyone out there? They're all kind of a low key racist.
I don't know where that comes from, that reputation. I don't know.
No, maybe because I just hate the Celtics. I'm stereotyping you. It's just a joke. It's just a joke.
Fair enough.
No, but so you have always listened to bluegrass.
Yeah. I grew up, my parents were, deadheads, and then Jerry died and they were looking for something to do. So we started going to bluegrass festivals.
Cool.
Yeah.
Who were their guys after Jerry?
Just everyone at the festival, Lonesome River Band, Rhonda Vincent, Doyle Lawson, anyone and everyone at those festivals. We would just go every weekend. We'd go from bluegrass festival to bluegrass festival the whole summer. So,
what's the parallel between bluegrass and metal that you guys see?
Cortland,
fast alternate right hand work, and fast tempos. I mean, it's almost like thrash, is the subgenre of metal that you would compare it to. I don't know, just just energetically, they kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah.
I mean, and the amount of time that like a metal guitarist would put into their craft, is similar to the amount of time that like a bluegrass musician puts into playing, like learning how the instrument works and learning how to play quick and precise. I think that's where you get like the similar feelings mainly.
Is there freedom in metal as much as there's freedom in bluegrass?
No, because in metal you have a drummer and a bass player, and like all the songs are sectioned out more precisely. In bluegrass, it's more like you have like your form and you can just play over the form, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like your ones, your fours, and your fives, and your standard song forms. and there's a lot more improving. In metal, you don't get as much improving. Like people are like writing their solos and keeping them sort of that way.
Is there more similarities in jam music and bluegrass than metal and bluegrass?
Totally.
Because of the freedom, you guys give yourself space to have freedom.
I mean, probably even when we try to keep our shows concise, like at minimum 60% of our show is improv.
That's great.
Like so much of the time, even whenever we're trying to like, we're going to play bluegrass tonight, boys.
Yeah.
And then we look at each other and all of a sudden we're gone. And there goes 15 minutes of just whatever it is that, you know,
So why
to
make
mind.
albums if 16% of your money? Is that what this was?
Yeah. And also because a lot of people don't use nugs. A lot of people aren't going to buy tickets unless they have something tangible that they can, you know, attach themselves to a band with. So like, you know, Spotify or Apple Music, whatever they're using, like they got to hear something, you know. I mean,
they write some beautiful songs. You know, the show is 60-minute improv, but the album's not.
That's what I mean. Like, what's like your approach to making an album if your whole identity is 60% improv? Like, what's your approach on how to make a record?
But I mean, there's 40% of not like. A lot of this identity is the great songwriting that these three here do. I have never written a song, but I feel very fortunate to play the songs that they write and sing. It's incredible what they do. So
yeah, I mean, I'm asking for myself.
And I think that's why this band is doing well. Is because a lot of bands are good at improv. A lot of bands are good at more of that. So this band just seems to have a lot of power in all those categories where we can stretch things out, but we can play beautiful, tight songs and take you from one spectrum to the other.
I totally hear that. I'm just talking about in general why we make records when no one's listening to records anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not attacking your band. I swear. I love your band.
I think at least this upcoming album, we have our first full-length album. We do have some jamming in there, but it was like pretty much like, okay, we're going to jam for this long and we're going to trade some riffs or you're going to peak at this time. It was planned out, but there is some jams and peaks and improv, which gives you a taste of what the live show is like.
Cool.
Which is kind of like what I feel like, the Dead and Fish used to do. They'd give you a little bit of a taste, just a nibble of what this is what it could be like if you see us live on the studio records. And I feel like that's kind of what we're following.
So tell me the difference between 16 years in college, what the difference between playing music in Colorado is versus playing music in the South.
Well, I started in the orchestra in 5th grade, and my amazing mother, she gave me so much because my uncle had a trumpet, and she's like, the music guy called her, made sure she had a big enough car to transport the bass, and she didn't even know I had signed up. So I was like, well, is that or the drums, Mom? I just wanted I was a class clown, and me and my friend just thought that it was the most ridiculous looking instrument ever. Like, let's just play that giant thing, and it was a lot of fun. I learned, and then I kind of became not a high school dropout of the orchestra, I should say. I was kind of more into playing frisbee golf, smoking weed, and doing that kind of stuff. Than like
frisbee golf kind of rules.
It was awesome,
dude. I started playing it. It kind of rules.
Well, North Carolina is like the epicenter of frisbee golf, whatever you call it. So,
the hills and shit. That's pretty.
I stopped playing out here because you throw your disc, or at least we're up where I am. It's like your shit's down a ravine, 1,000 feet. So now I just. But anyway.
Oh my God! How many frisbees have you lost?
A lot.
Are they expensive?
I don't do that anymore. When you lose a lot of them, they are.
Let's get you a sponsorship. You're in a rock band now. Let's get you a fucking real
it was
deal
an old
sponsor.
time in my life. But
we can always bring back new habits.
I started getting into bluegrass, around end of high school, and I'm North Carolina. I went to school in Boone, at college, App State, right down the road for where Doc Watson still lived at the time.
App State is Boone?
Boone, North Carolina. Yeah,
that's their
about
Asheville?
hour and a half north of Nashville, depending on what route you take.
Did you guys get up in the flood?
It all depends on kind of what side of the river you were on, and that's the crazy thing about it. I have friends that literally lost everything, and then, some friends, had a tree and like a branch fall on their porch, that was what was hard about it. I think it was wasn't like a unilateral,
And side note, people are still suffering out there. So whatever we
Absolutely.
can do to help Asheville and that whole neighborhood, even if it's a couple bucks, let's still try to help that community, because I think about my boys at Salvage Station and stuff, and just keeping those guys in your hearts. But keep going with this.
Yeah. So, I mean, but I remember I still have this picture when I was in second grade. They did like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I did one side of the paper was a nature photographer, because I was reading all the Natural Geographics, and the other side was a rock star. So, but I think I transitioned in college to bluegrass because I'd always played the bass. And all of a sudden, I'm sitting around seeing people picking and learning about all that culture and learning about the music. And I was like, man, I really want to get into this.
Brother, you're a Colorado rock star. You got the best of both worlds. You got both pages, dude.
So anyway, and then I guess I'll progress. I was kind of a nature person doing all the outdoors. And I went out to Yellowstone one summer. And I ended up getting mauled by a grizzly bear.
Oh, yeah, you're the man.
Yeah. And
they made a movie about you, right? Or a TV show or something?
Well, I was on Animal Planet. They made fun of me a little bit. Yeah.
Those guys.
Actually,
Why?
it was a good show, but there's some classic liners out there. They call me a seriously laid back dude. The show.
I don't think you're pretty intense. I don't know about laid back.
I told you anyway. So they sent me home with $1,000 check in Boone, North Carolina. The little music store had an $800 bass, and that's where I bought my first upright. So that got me into like playing bluegrass.
Damn, that bear.
I owe it all to her, dude.
You got the tattoo, right?
I got several bear tattoos. I got enough bear tattoos. I'm pulling the plug on that.
We're done. We're done with the bear.
Okay.
We're done with the bear. Are we done with bear life?
What do you mean?
You said I'm done with tattoos. Bear
Done
tattoos.
with like tattoos of bears.
Okay, but bear is still life.
The bear is always gonna be a part of my life.
We played in Austin at the Mohawk, and there was a big like taxidermied bear right over him.
Literally
the
on
whole
the
show,
wall, like looking
and
down.
people were taking pictures. And
Do you have like PTSD? Like, do you go out anymore out there? I mean, I'd be scared. If a bear attacked me,
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm moving to New York City. I'm going straight into the city, dude.
Well, I feel way sketchier in New York City. Way more anxiety and PTSD from loud noises and stuff. But I don't know. It's kind of, it was it was 2004. So there's been a lot of time, it's
How big was it?
but I mean, I went out, hiking and stuff. It's just kind of weird how it works. It's scenario kind of based, I mean, if I hear a giant bang behind me, like the jolt of like shock up my spine, but it's like, I'm not afraid. Like, I go on the outdoors. I shifted more into like, I'm not going on like 12-mile hikes, which is what I was doing back then. It was kind of like I was just the guy that went out and just, like
Just mountain man by
take a
yourself.
handful of berries and let's go. You know what I mean? But now I'm like,
No, for real? Oh, you're like Bear Grylls like that shit?
now I'm more like I got into rafting when I got out here because you could sit on a cooler
Yeah,
and you're with all your friends. You know what I mean? You play music. So
Work
it's like,
smarter, not harder, big dog.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you talk about him being scared to go back out there, but you got to watch the show. They literally stuck him in a cage with a grizzly bear. Just stuck him, had him petting the grizzly bear.
Serious?
Yeah, I
That's
put
the
my hand
craziest
in
thing.
his mouth and stuff.
Are you? These guys are assholes.
Yeah, looking back when I would see the show, people, they're like, this is up. And I'm like, it kind of is.
These guys, what show? I'm going to talk to these guys. What show is it?
After the attack, I was the first episode.
After the attack.
It's an hour-long episode. The first half hour is this girl that got half eaten by a mountain lion. She got way more up than me.
And they just put a mountain lion with her too?
She was,
Man, this show. I don't want. We're not giving this show the time of day.
They gave her like a cub. Like she was too. She was like,
This show.
But I was like, I mean, when else are you gonna be able to pet a grizzly bear?
You're like my band Magoo.
I don't know if
I'm
I
gonna
should-
be in a band called Magoo.
They had safety protocols that I don't know if I should say. I don't want to get sued by Animal Planet or whatever. But
Them.
yeah, like the guy's son had like a cow prod behind his back just in case. I was like, oh well, okay.
Oh, like this bear, if this bear attacks you, they're shooting the.
The bear's name was Adam, but
What a regular ass name for a bear.
it's ridiculous.
It's Wow.
Yeah. But anyway,
crazy.
so that's how I got my bass, and life's just crazy like that. And yeah,
Well, thank God you did, because you couldn't have met these guys.
it's wild, and I think about it a lot, and I'll twist and turns, and just I don't know. I moved out to Colorado, and once got out here, people were like, "You found out that you played bass." They're like, "Oh, want to jam?" All this, and all of a sudden,
awesome.
my mom rented a U-Haul and drove the bass out to Colorado and played in a bunch of bands. A lot of band drama, a lot of bullshit, and here I am. Found these guys, and I found a focused group, and where we jam the out, and we're rocking out, and it's just fun as hell.
Dude, you
and I'm
guys
so
rock and roll,
fortunate.
dude. I love
know,
it.
dude.
I watched the show. I was like, damn, these guys are sick, dude. You're my favorite bluegrass band.
And I want to give a shout out to Paul, because kind of touching on like how new all this is, but it just feels really good. Like the vibe of the family of the Magoo, the glue, it's like, it's so prevalent there. And, all of our families are coming out and know each other now. Like I know all these guys' parents, and our parents know each other. And it's really cool to like, be the second bass player, but I'm not like, I don't feel like I'm replacing someone. It feels like I'm carrying the torch that his uncle literally like lit. So it's like, it can't get more family than that. You know what I mean?
We love you, Paul.
We love you, Paul. If you weren't in Bangkok right now, we'd call your ass.
If
right
he
now.
was here right now, he'd go, "We're rock stars."
I love it.
No, he's got the Boston accent for sure.
He does. Oh, dude, I would love to hear a boxing accent in Bangkok. Is he like a partier?
No, he's been sober for I don't know, 10, 15 years.
Oh, good for him. In Bangkok?
Well, I lived on Nantucket with Paul, working construction for like 7 years, I would say.
Oh, do you know my bass player?
Floyd?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've met Floyd.
Yeah.
I used to fill in occasionally with Buckle and Shake.
Oh, dude.
With Doug
What's up,
and,
dog?
and Lucy. And,
Okay. Yeah, Lucy's crazy as
Colin. I don't think Colin's playing with them anymore, but
Yeah.
he's
oh,
doing it.
nice. That's awesome. All right. Now to you, Notorious GRS. I try to do BIG, but because you got the koozie. What did they call it? The koozie. Sorry, that was a bad joke. But Massachusetts, Bluegrass. Who were your inspirations as a kid? That was it a family member that made you really fall in love with bluegrass? I mean, you feel like you're the spark plug for this bluegrass for the band. So, who was the one who inspired you?
I mean, I don't know that I could say there's one person. Like I said, we would go to bluegrass festivals every single weekend, and my parents, they just wanted to get rid of the kids, so they would put us in what they called the kids academy at the festival, and they teach us how to play guitar, and my sister learned how to play fiddle, and so I just started picking.
What, like Wormtown? Which ones were they? Were you talking to? Which ones were they?
The festivals?
Yeah, in Massachusetts.
Gray Fox, and it used to be Winterhawk, and
yeah.
Ossipee, Thomas Point.
I don't know Thomas Point.
Used to be a little one, Pemmy, Brandon, Blistered Fingers. Even we went to Delfest. Every festival we could possibly go to, we did.
Great.
Yeah, and then so I just loved picking, and I loved bluegrass. So I would just play the guitar all the time, and I would sneak out of bed at night at home and just go down and play bluegrass guitar. And then
That's great.
I became a teenager and kind of unfortunately got away from it.
How old are you?
When I got away from it? Probably 14, 15 maybe.
Cool.
Probably 15, I would say. I feel like I just kind of allowed everyone else's perception of bluegrass to influence me, because no one listened to bluegrass, especially if you're a kid in Massachusetts,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. But also kind of maybe you're just fatigued, when it's shoved down your throat. So I thought about that with sports, when they're shoving down baseball down my throat. I used to love it, and then one day I'm like, everyone's telling me what I should play catcher, play pitcher, off. I kind of quit. And then, was it that kind of feeling? You felt fatigued that you're just always doing it as a kid, and maybe you need to take a little break?
I don't know. I mean, maybe. I think it was more just being a rebellious teenager who, not doing what your parents want you to do type of thing.
Were your parents took acid and stuff, or were they more straight edge bluegrassers?
My dad yeah, he trips mushrooms and stuff like that,
Hell
and
yeah.
smokes weed and all that. And my mom's pretty sober. But like I said, they were like deadheads. They loved jam music, and then they found bluegrass. And
Nice.
yeah,
Sick. So while I was analyzing you, you didn't even tell me. I just analyzed you instead of you actually saying the reason. Why do you feel, looking back in retrospect, why you needed to take a couple years off of bluegrass?
I think it was just trying to be someone I'm not. It was like trying to fit in with my, high school classmates and trying to be like cool. And that was really stupid looking back. I wasn't being myself.
Yeah.
And then when college came around, I realized I was like, I want to play music and I want to get good at this. And if I, it's something I could do for my whole life.
Right.
It's not like playing football or baseball or something.
Yeah.
You can only do that so long.
Do you feel like Billy Strings helped with like being your own identity in bluegrass?
I mean, Billy was a huge inspiration, like he is for so many people. But I remember at Gray Fox, he was the artist in residence. I saw him the first year when he had was it Don Julin and the other guy, I don't know what his name was. And then the next year he had that 4-piece band. And then the year after that, that was the first year Jared joined. And Billy was the artist in residence. And it was life-changing to see him just play with every single artist the whole weekend. Like, I saw him play 50 times. It was amazing.
Guys, I've known so many bands who he's helped identify because he's just unapologetically himself. And I think that's the most important thing in music, is to be unapologetically yourself. Even if you want to play in a genre, or even if you want to do anything in life, always try to be unapologetically yourself. And the minute we stop doing that and we start losing that, it's like the same thing as suppression. When we're talking about suppression, which I apologize, I might have hit a nerve on a thing 20 minutes ago. But I'm the same way. Like, sometimes we forget ourselves just because we're just trying to please what other people think bluegrass is. But you know what bluegrass is in your heart, and it maybe had to take a full circle to have this cool ass rock. I think you guys even rock. People are mosh pitting at your shows, boys. But yeah, identity is important, and I could tell you guys are having your own identity. You're not trying to be anyone else. You're unapologetically yourselves. And I'm just like, if this is just the first year of what the is going to happen, I'm stoked to see what 5th year is, what 10th year is with the band. So keep crushing. I want to do one last thing. I want you all to take one person in the band and tell them what you like about them. One person each. So you each all pick one thing that you really love about each person.
Oh, wait,
This is a program of new bands. We're not going to be strangers right now in the van. You pick a band member to say what you like about them, and then they're going to pick a band member too.
Okay, I'll pick Cortland down the end there. Kind of what you were just talking about, being unapologetically yourself.
Hell yeah.
I don't think I know anyone in the world who is more unapologetically themselves than Cortland. He's
go.
the man. He's a rock star. He's great. So
Legendary.
love you, buddy.
Thank you. My man wore leather pants for years and had to hold his breath. Like, I do not want to do this just so I could be in a tour bus. This guy's a gangster, dude.
There's people looking for photos right now.
How big is his dick? I know it's somewhere in there. I know the leather, the hog is somewhere in the leather. All right, you're up next. Who are you gonna pick?
All right, I'll keep going down the line. Eric, something I like about you a lot is how pretty much in any scenario, any circumstances, you never seem to try to find any reason to be too worried or too stressed out, and always have faith that the situation's going to work out, like on its own or with, us as a team, or everything's always going to get handled, and always makes me feel way more secure about when shit's getting out of hand.
I love that. See, this is awesome. Okay, I could tell this guy's the quietest. He probably has the biggest hog in the band. This guy's got a hog on him. You don't have to say it.
He is Italian.
Just wink twice if you do. Let's go. Clap it up. Thank you. All right, you're next, big dog.
Mr. Denton Turner. Right from the start, we have put a lot on your plate. songs to learn this jam, learn these time signatures, learn this, learn that. And you dove head first without even batting an eye to learn all of our catalog. Even before we brought songs to you, you even had songs learned already. Just your work ethic is unmatched and very much appreciated. And, we're doing this thing together, but we're only as good as the amount of work we're all putting in, and you're putting in a hell of a lot of work. So we really appreciate that.
I'm going to cry, guys.
Me too.
This is fucking
Me
awesome.
too.
Wow.
This is awesome.
Am I up?
You're last.
God damn it. I was going to totally say that about Cortland. And then my next thing, I thought I was going to say literally what you said about Eric. You're calm, cool, and collecting this.
I'm just apathetic. Just
I feel like I got to say something about Dylan just to kind of keep it.
Yeah, keep it
you know
going.
what I mean? But I mean, all I can think about is just like the genuineness of our personalities of this band. And I mean, Dylan, you're just as much of that as I see every day of like the way you dress, the way you uphold yourself, the way you speak, the way you're not afraid to express your values, like just in conversation. From the moment I've joined this band, I've noticed that with him, just the deep conversations have been from day one of intergalactic travel and time and, relationships. And I mean, these are everything that I talk about with this guy, or not even, I just hear him talking about how he feels. And it can be anything from working in the grocery store. And it's like, all of a sudden he's telling me about a book or something. So
God damn it.
just kind of goes along with this group. I feel like,
Oh my God. Boys, it felt good to get that out. Now tell me what you guys hate about each other as we first started the interview.
I will say one thing too, along those lines. He's always always ask about, it goes both ways. It's not just like, this is how I feel. It's like, tell me what you feel about this, and it's a genuine care that I feel. So sorry.
Well, boys, you've said it all. Good luck on your adventures. I'm so proud of you guys.
Totally interrupted the hate thing. I'm sick.
No, it was just a joke. I don't
Okay,
want to hear it.
good.
No one needs. You're too new. You're too new to know what you guys hate about each other. You guys give it a couple more years. We'll do this interview in a couple more years, and we'll get the dirt. But guys, keep fighting the good fight. It's fresh. It's new. Enjoy this ride. Enjoy the happiness. Enjoy the love. But again, don't give a. Break some rules and have some goddamn fun, okay?
Before we go, can I add one thing?
Yeah.
I just think from the bottom of all of our hearts, because I think this is kind of going to be a big moment for like a lot of our people, the fact that we got to come be on this podcast with you, man. We really appreciate you and everything that you do and all the love that you spread. I mean, like, it's like a wildfire what you've been doing for the past few years and putting love in so many people's hearts, man.
I appreciate it, bro.
It helps people like us be able to have an outlet. And want to say to all of our Magoobers, like our real
That's
close...
our fan base, Magoobers?
Yeah, the
I like
Magoobers.
that.
To all the people that have been, supporting us and been on this journey with us, like this is what we want to do with our lives, and what we all feel like we were born to do with our lives is to be able to play music. And I want to say thank you to every single person who's ever been involved with anything that we've done. They're so heavily involved. They spread so much love at our shows and on the internet and so on and so forth. And they're supporting in all these different ways. And just a major thank you to every single person who has been involved with our journey thus far.
God, you guys are just, this is beautiful, guys. You're thanking your fan. Okay, one more thing. We need to start, because as you're getting more famous, another band's getting famous too. We need to start some bluegrass beef.
Oh, I've always been saying, like,
we need to. That's why we're going back to the BIG sweater.
like bring a little
what's
love
that
of
band? What's that young band? Mountain Grass something?
Oh,
what are they called?
that'd be too real. It'd be like
no. That's what we need.
We gotta do like a diss track of like Sam Bush or
this
something.
This ain't no disco biscuit bullshit. We're going real.
It's my life now, bitches.
Oh my God! Shout out to Barbara. Barbara, I hope you drank some water. We got to start Mountain Grass Unit. You're next on the next episode of Beef Abroad. on the next episode of Beef Grass, Magoo versus Mountain Grass Unit. Stay tuned. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks.
That was fun, man.